Today we're talking about something I'm very excited to do. We're talking about Transformers. Michael Bay's Transformer films. I love these movies. I'm so excited to talk about this, Nevis. These movies are universally hated, and I love them. How do you feel about the Transformers movies?
Well, Josh, I think they're terrible.
I know.
They're fucking bad. Here's what I think.
Yes.
About the Transformers movies. Aside from Bumblebee and the Transformers movie from the 80s.
Yes.
I think all of them are pretty messy and all over the place, and they're boring. They're really boring to me at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could go more into each film, but I think you seem more passionate about it than I am. So,
absolutely,
go for it.
So it's funny because my mom, the first Transformers movie came out in 2007, and my mom actually didn't want us to go see it because I don't know. I guess I was 6 years old. My mom didn't want us watching violent films, and Transformers was a violent film.
Yeah.
So we never ended up going to see Transformers in theaters. It was just when my older brother decided to purchase it on Blu-ray, and he brought it home that we watched it with my parents and everything. And I was like, "Wow, Optimus Prime, so cool!" And when I was growing up, I was a big Transformers fan because I always watched the cartoon.
Yeah.
I watched Transformers Cybertron religiously. You know, I had the toys. I would at the same time every day I'd go and I'd leave. I'd go into my grandma's bedroom, turn on the TV. I'd watch an episode of Transformers Cybertron. I'd be like, yeah, let's collect the Vector Planet keys.
Oh, yeah. The Decepticons, the classic ones, Starscream. And
the others,
and the Megatron. I said the Megatron.
I'm
old guy. You know, the Megatron and the Galvatron. They're the same person. What?
So the thing is that in Transformers Cybertron, Optimus Prime, his vehicle mode really resembled a fire truck. So when the movie came out, I remember my grandma got me stickers of Transformers to put on my bicycle, and I was hyped because I really wanted to get an Optimus Prime one because Optimus is my favorite Transformer. Yeah. And so I'm looking through all the stickers, and there's a Bumblebee, there's a Megatron, there's an Optimus, and then there's a truck with flames on it. But it's a regular semi. So I'm like, well, where's Optimus? And it didn't click until I saw the movie that Optimus didn't have to be a fire truck. I was like, they can't make a Transformers movie where Optimus is not a fire truck. This is stupid.
That's the one thing the Michael Bay films. I could just picture Michael Bay when he was given the opportunity to direct Transformers, car commercial, car commercial.
I will not lie.
We got Bumblebee.
The writing is not great, and the product placement is so obvious. I agree. But I love these movies.
No, that's fair. What specific part do you like about them? What stands out in all those shit? There's 5. Holy fuck.
So the reason, and they're making another one.
Is it gonna be directed by Michael Bay?
I believe so. I think there are 2 coming out, I think. I don't know if one of them is just a fan theory. So I believe the first one that's confirmed is Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
Okay.
Which is a sequel to Bumblebee.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
It's all over my Instagram. I always see the clips of behind the scenes with Optimus and everything. It looks great. And then I think it's a fan theory that they're making a 6th one called Transformers 6 Rise of Unicron. Do you know who Unicron is?
Yeah. Unicron's my favorite Decepticon. Is he considered as a Decepticon, Unicron? Or is he just like the devil in the Transformers universe? I'm not too sure, but I really love the design.
I'm pretty sure he's just a devil. He's pretty much the opposite of Primus,
Primus.
Yeah, and you know who Primus is, right?
Yeah, the creators?
No. Primus is literally the planet Cybertron.
Oh, okay.
Primus is literally a planet.
Oh, I see.
And Unicron's also a planet.
Yeah.
A planet eater.
Dude, how do you transform to a fucking planet? That's crazy.
You just get really big.
But where do you stand?
You don't. You fly. You don't argue the physics of this stuff, okay?
Oh, it's like Galactus. I get it.
The thing is, I feel like we now all know that I love stupid movies where you just disregard all logic and you just enjoy it. Like the Fast and Furious movies or Transformers or films where it just doesn't make sense, but who cares? Just have a good time,
Yeah.
So those are the movies coming out. And then I saw Transformers 1 and you were asking me what actually makes me like these movies. And this is why I actually think the best one is the Transformers the movie.
Mhm.
I only really watch giant robots fight each other.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
completely fair.
And somebody's like, just watch Pacific Rim or watch this movie or watch this, and I'm like, listen, I have a connection to Optimus. Okay, like I have like an emotional attachment to these ones, so that's why I will give Michael Bay my money. What are you talking about? Pay attention.
I'm sorry, Josh. I just
Ugh. You're just like Carrie, man.
I'm sorry.
Every time I'm talking about something I love, Carrie's just like,
I'm sorry. It's just,
and then I get sad, and then we end up fighting.
Mhm.
I just explained 90% of my relationship's arguments.
I apologize, Josh.
What was so important?
What?
What was so important?
What was so important? No, I just heard some background noise. That's all.
Oh.
And I wanted to like signal Christian to see if he could hear it. You don't have to touch me like that. You can talk about your Transformers. What?
Okay.
No. I heard what you said about it. You just want to see robots fight, and it's different compared to Pacific Rim and all those other films because it's not the same. You want Peter Cullen
exactly
as Optimus, which by the way,
he's fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's actually why I think the best Transformers movie that I've seen is the Transformers the movie, the 86 film.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't seen it up until I was in grade 12. I saw it when I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was right after I watched Citizen Kane. I watched Citizen Kane for the first time. I was like, this is great.
I think I know where you're going with this.
But then I saw Transformers, right?
Yeah.
I saw it then.
No, because Orson Welles is in both.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't do it for that. I only found out afterwards that Orson Welles was Unicron.
Yeah.
But I watched it because everyone's just like, oh, the Transformers of the movie is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And so I watched it, and about 20 minutes in, I realized why I like this film a lot more than the others. And it's because the main characters are the fucking robots.
Yeah.
The Michael Bay movies kind of suck because I go in to watch giant robots fight. Yep. And then I have to deal with an hour and a half of Sam Witwicky's relationship trouble. Yeah, just do it.
Just do it.
I have to deal with, the relationship troubles of this human character. Or, oh, I'm at college. Or, oh, I'm getting a job. It's like, I don't give a fuck about you and your problems. I want to just show me Optimus popping Megatron in the mouth and I'll be happy.
Yeah. I think my favorite moment within the Transformers was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It was with, do you know Anthony Anderson?
Who does he play?
He plays I don't even know the character's name.
What does he look like? Is it a robot?
No. It's the actor.
Okay, what does his character look like?
So basically, in the movie, the scene I'm talking about, it's I don't know the girl character or whatever. I don't know any of these characters' names by the way. In the first movie,
like Transformers 1.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
So
Michaela.
she goes into this guy's place. No. It's the agent or whatever.
Oh,
the girl, the blonde.
Yeah. The girl from Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Okay. She's in Jessica Jones.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know. But the scene is basically like she's talking to him and stuff like that, and then his mom is yelling at Anthony Anderson.
Grandma.
Is like, shut up, grandma. And that always stuck out to me because I was like, prune juice. And it's just like, listening to that as a 7-year-old, it just stuck with me more than the robots fighting, which is insane because I'm like, I'm 7. I'm supposed to what? But I just like, Grandma, drink your prune juice. And I'm like, that's
Remember
funny
that scene
to me.
when they put the donuts on the table and then he eats
the whole plate.
And then they come and he's like, she did it. She did it. She's the one you want. Listen, I don't even download illegal music, man.
The saddest thing is like
he said, I'm still a virgin.
Oh yeah, he says stuff like, but like that's what I mean is like his performance stuck out more than like I don't know a random robot in the Transformers. Like I know Starscream, I know Megatron, who's voiced by the guy in the Matrix movies, which is cool. I like that.
There's Barricade, there's Bone Crusher, man.
Who's Barricade?
Barricade's the police officer.
Oh, okay. Oh, Barricade, because that's a good pun.
To punish and enslave.
I think what was it, Jazz?
Yeah.
Jazz was,
Jazz was the Porsche.
Yeah, he fucking dies in the first one.
Ripped him in half.
Like just a wide shot. Just, and I'm like, damn, not Jazz.
Yeah.
Why? Bumblebee was in it.
So racist.
Oh, yeah. All of them have a lot of like,
What's cracking, boys? This looks like a cool place to kick it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
especially
you want to do that?
Especially, what was it? Transformers 2?
Yeah.
Those 2 robots.
Oh my God.
Yeah. How the fuck did they get away with that?
I have no
$200
idea.
million budget film, and then they have those
We just
robots.
pop-
They
we
have
just pop-
more screen time than Optimus in that
I
film,
know,
which
I
is
know.
even more depressing.
Those are the one things I don't forgive these films for, not giving Optimus enough screen time.
Especially what was it?
Optimus is my fucking favorite robot.
And Peter Cullen is so good at
His voice is just commands, and I'm just like, yes.
He could say like the dumbest shit, and it would still sound awesome.
Optimus had me up in the theater ready to fight the Decepticons, dude.
And it's like Autobots roll out,
Dude. I saw Transformers 4 in theaters, and I literally got chills when he gave his speech. I'm like, fucking yeah.
Oh, was that the speech before he like took down one of the
the Dinobots?
Dinobots. I was going to say
right
Velociraptors.
Well, this is not Jurassic Park.
No.
We'll do an episode on that. Write it down.
I will write it down.
No, it was after that, and he gave his speech, and I was like, yeah, and I was like in the theater, just like, how are you guys not as excited as I am? Come on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I love these movies so much.
Look, I think there's parts of it, like the soundtrack's pretty good.
I mean, it got me into Linkin Park.
Yeah. What have I done to face myself? And then like they asked him to sing the same song for Transformers 2 and just title it differently. So it was like, okay.
Yep.
It's the same song. Linkin Park. But no, that was what was Transformers 3 about again? It was Dark of the Moon.
Oh yeah. That's when they went and got Sentinel.
Wait. That probably has my favorite intro. Is when they're like battling and I was like, man, is this the whole movie? And then Shia LaBeouf comes on screen. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I know.
It would have been.
That's what we need. Like Michael Bay, if you're watching this. Hey, Mike.
Hey, you call him Hey Mike?
Hey, Mikey.
Hey, Mikey.
Listen,
Mikey boy.
This is what the fans want. We just want to see robots fighting. We don't need actors and actresses in these movies. Just base it on Cybertron.
Can I
pretty please?
Can I talk about the time I saw Transformers the last night?
Sure.
Okay,
you
so
saw it in theaters?
I saw it in theaters with my dad, and before going into the theater, they gave us free T-shirts showing Optimus and stuff, and I was like,
can I have it?
It won't fit you. This was a while ago. I mean, I could give it to you. I don't care about Transformers 5.
Yeah.
So we watched the movie, and I'm watching it. And I'm like, wow, this is really bad. Like, we're going from scene to scene, and nothing makes sense. And Optimus Prime is like mind controlled for like most of the time. And then what was it? Bumblebee is with Mark Wahlberg again. Mark Wahlberg drinks a Bud Light. And by the way, I'm not saying it in order. This is just scattering ideas that I remember from the movie. And then I think the last thing I remembered was the planet was Unicron, and that was the twist.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And then the movie ends, and I'm just like, well, at least I got a free T-shirt. Because.
And you were probably, 17 when this came out?
Yeah.
So you weren't a kid anymore.
No.
I also saw it when I was, 16, and I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, that was probably my least favorite.
It's, I think it's better than Transformers 2.
2 was bad. I remember the climax of the movie. I was watching it recently, and I was like, it just looks like two junkyards having sex. I don't even see which one finishes and which one ends.
Yeah. I thought it was sick though. Like, so my ranking of like my favorite Transformers movies is like excluding Bumblebee and the Transformers the movie, like just the Michael Bay films.
Okay.
My favorite one is Transformers 3.
Okay.
Right? I think that's the best one. After that, I'd say Transformers 1 is the second best. And then after that, they're all bad. So then in third place probably goes to Transformers 4.
Wow. Okay.
And then Transformers 5 and then Transformers 2.
Yeah.
But Transformers 2 has its redeeming qualities in my eyes. Like
I think I have the exact same list as you in terms of enjoyment of the Michael Bay ones. Like I think 3's better than the first one because I don't know. It just feels like it's more polished when it comes to the action, even though I'm not a huge fan of the designs because I'm going to be honest, like I know people like that design of Optimus in the Michael Bay, but it just looks like it's bland. And then you see Bumblebee and you see Optimus in that and you're just like, wow, it's like the cartoon came to life. It's great.
I like both of them. So I don't dislike either of them. I think they're both fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. I never liked the design of Ironhide though.
What was Ironhide? What do you look like?
He was the GMC truck.
Oh.
My weapons specialist.
Yeah.
Ironhide.
Ironhide.
Feeling lucky, punk. He just looks so like, it looks like he's just missing a part of him because he's
Yeah.
so short and like half of his body is just his legs.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, this doesn't look right.
That's fair. There's a lot of like those designs that I wasn't a huge fan of. Like I think Starscream.
Looks like a giant Dorito.
Yeah, he do be looking like Phineas's head from Phineas and Ferb.
He looks
the shape of him.
But the thing is, one thing is that there's a lot of like Transformers, like even though these movies are terrible writing wise,
Yeah.
and just with the sheer amount of ads in it and everything.
Well, I mean, they
product
were
placement.
commercials.
They pretty much were. I remember seeing a
Yeah.
YouTube video. It's like Transformers, the world's longest commercial.
Well, it was during the 80s where like companies looked at Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man. They were
Yeah.
just like, all right, we're going to make toys and then make shows out of these toys.
Oh, I'm talking about the movie.
Oh, yeah, it's still part of it.
The first Transformers movie, like
Yeah.
2007, the video was literally like, this is just one gigantic commercial.
Oh, for that particular
For that
movie.
movie, it's just a GMC commercial. It's
Oh,
just a fucking
yeah.
Camaro commercial.
I was more like referring to the materialistic marketplace of the
Yeah.
80s.
hmm
That's how Transformers got made. It was during that era.
Yeah.
And luckily, there was appeal in regards to the robot aesthetic because people were really into that.
Yeah.
People really like robots, especially in the 80s. You had RoboCop, you had Terminator,
Yep.
you had Transformers. Like everyone loved that bionic type of
Yeah.
character. I mean, I'm all for that too.
Yeah.
I used to play with Bionicles when I was a kid.
I have a Transformer
Yeah,
at my apartment.
there's reasons why people are into it because it's cool.
Look at that guy.
Christian's just
I'm 20 years old. I have a Megatron and I love it. What? I'm 20 years old.
Yeah.
Yes.
he's
And
20.
I have a Megatron.
Megatron. What type of Megatron you got?
It's the last night Megatron.
I know someone at Sheridan who's really really into Transformers too, like really into it.
hmm
Yeah, that I had to emphasize that. There's a lot of people who are like that.
And he's sitting right there.
Oh man, I don't know. You guys can compete in terms of like Transformers because he talked about the shows, like various types of shows.
Yeah, like I'm watching Prime right now.
Yeah.
The whole Transformers War for Cybertron series
Mhm.
is on Netflix and it's fantastic. Only problem with that series is that they talk very slowly.
Oh,
And the voice acting is great, the script is great, but I'm gonna read out episode 12. Wow. Explosions.
why did they talk so slow?
I don't know. I
Hmm.
don't know. They just talk very slowly, and that's my only problem. And then there's also one really cringe Optimus line.
Oh no, what do you say?
So like, there's a scene where they capture This is all taking place before the whole fall of Cybertron, before the
Mhm.
Matrix or the Allspark is lost.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still during the whole Autobot Decepticon civil war,
Yeah.
and Optimus is the leader of the Autobots, and Bumblebee is factionless. Like he
Mhm.
doesn't belong to either side. He's just trying to live.
Yeah.
And he accidentally finds his way into the base and helps out a few of the Autobots. And so they bring him to the base to help to fix him up. And then when they're thinking about letting him go, one of I think it might have been Ratchet or Ironhide
Mhm.
was like, he knows where we are. What if the Decepticons get their hands on him? We should kill him.
Oh shit.
And Optimus is like, we are not the Decepticons.
I
But it
mean,
was just delivered so
we
cringe.
are not the Decepticons.
Because
Unless
I get it.
yeah.
We're not the Decepticons, but he just said it. So like, we are not the Decepticons.
Oh, that's bad. No, it reminded me of remember the movie, the scene in Bumblebee with John Cena, and I was like, "Whoa, do you think we should trust these robots or whatever?" It's like, they're Decepticons. Names in the title, guys. What's going on here? And I was just like, "Oh yeah!" Like I realized how non-subtle the Transformers movies are. Josh is checking his phone because there's 50 notifications.
Sorry, my brothers are
About-
texting in our group chat.
Oh, okay. He's not going to call it, right?
No,
About his Fortnite $15 gift card, right? Or whatever the fuck he had before.
I hope not.
Bro, listen. I gotta play Fortnite like right now. All right, this is serious business.
That was
I'm
so
like,
annoying.
It's okay. It's your brother.
I know, but still, I was just like, yo, fuck off, dude.
Yeah. Oh, forgot. Before I forget, did you ever watch Transformers Beast Wars?
Yeah, I did.
What do you think of it?
I thought it was pretty good. It
Mm.
looked weird though. It creeped me out.
Yeah, I never saw it as a kid. I watched it recently.
Oh,
Just clips
why?
of it. It's funny. It's like there's a rhino one. It's like Autobots, let's transform, and then his like mouth is like, ah! and then it just like morphs into like a robot. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck were they smoking when they were making this shit?
It's part of the series, you know. But
we need
Beast
a T-Rex, and he's gonna transform into
Megatron's a T-Rex. Optimus is just a fucking gorilla.
That is so fucking weird.
His name is Optimus Primal.
Oh fuck me, man. Oh my god.
Bumblebee's just a bumblebee.
Well, of course, that makes sense.
Who
Who did they get to do the other characters?
I don't know. This is a long time. I watched it when it was like kind of still on TV.
I was back when the 90s and people were like, oh yeah, we could do CG shows. And we're like, I don't think so.
Yeah, all those old shows like on Teletoon Retro, like Reboot, Transformers, Beast Wars, all those shows of that era where it's like they're using CG and it looks terrible.
Yeah.
It just looks creepy.
There was this clip I saw on YouTube where there was an American version and a Japanese version of the same scene in the original Transformers cartoon. And it was basically just a transformation. So the American version only lasts 30 seconds. The Japanese one, 3 minutes.
Jeez.
And it's like a Power Rangers episode because it's the Transformers on Transformers, they connect. And then another, I'm like, damn, Japan knew what they wanted. And they extended it to 3 minutes.
I think that's why I enjoyed Transformers Cybertron so much. Because every time a Transformer was going to transform, they didn't just, transform while they were driving. No. The background would go haywire. You'd hear the theme song going on.
Oh, yeah.
And it would be like, they would be like, Optimus Prime, transform. And then it's like his arms are coming out and everything. Yeah. And then he'll do like a fucking pose.
Oh, like Dance Dance Revolution.
But then the thing that bothered me, even when I was 5 years old, I called bullshit on this. I was always like, where the fuck is your trailer going?
Oh no, that just disappears.
It just disappeared. But then he'd also go into super mode where his trailer would come back and I'd be like, where did this come from? That's the one thing I never liked about it because the trailers just came back to him. He's like, Optimus Prime, super mode. And it's coming back. He has wings now. He looked sick.
Yeah.
I really wanted a toy of that,
Those things cost a lot.
They do. Like, Megatron was like $70.
Jesus. I remember at Walmart, like some kid was buying like the classic Transformers, like an anniversary or some shit.
Yeah.
And it was Optimus. It scanned for about $50. And it was like this little guy. And the parents were like, nope.
When I was 12.
They took the toy away from the kid.
When I was 12, there were only two things I wanted for Christmas or my birthday. I wanted a lightsaber.
Yep.
And I wanted a Dark of the Moon Ultimate Edition Optimus Prime that came with the trailer.
Damn.
And I got neither.
Dude, that's a combo.
I got socks. And not these fun ones either. I got just, a pair of Hanes socks.
Maybe you can like get the best of both worlds. Maybe Transformers themed socks.
I actually have those.
There you go.
They've got an Autobot symbol right here on my ankle.
That's cool. That's Unicron is an interesting character, I think. Mainly not just because it's Orson Welles, but also just like he reminds me a lot of like the Emperor in a way. He's a very
from
like
Star Wars?
Yeah, like a devilish character. He's like the bottom of the pit.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't go any lower than this in terms of like evilness.
Yeah, you ever watch Transformers Prime?
No, I have not.
There's a show, Transformers Prime. It's already ended. It came out, I think, in 2011.
Oh, okay.
And then they had a movie, Transformers Predacons Rising. Transformers Prime Predacons Rising.
What's Predacon?
Predacons, it's hard to explain. They're like,
is it like
they're like worse than beasts. Like they're just animals, like transformed, but like pretty much demons essentially.
What the fuck?
Watch me get this wrong. Someone in the comments.
There's demons in the Transformers universe, ladies and gentlemen. That is insane.
And the big thing was that at the end of the Transformers Prime TV show, because this movie came out after the show was done. Wait, what? Oh, I thought you were telling me that there's only 5 minutes left. I was like, no, I want to talk about Transformers more.
You can talk about Transformers. It's all about positioning.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
So at the end of the Transformers Prime TV show, Bumblebee killed Megatron. Right?
Holy shit.
And so then at the beginning of this movie that takes place afterwards, Megatron meets Unicron, right?
Yeah.
And Unicron pretty much says like, oh, we'll be able to rule and just give me your body and I'll take over your body and yada yada. And he gives Megatron this sick new body and everything. And it's pretty much Unicron controlling Megatron's body with Megatron inside. And Megatron's, talking about like, oh, this is okay, fun. He's taking over and trying to like, I forgot what the plot of the movie is. But the whole thing is that Unicron wants to destroy Cybertron. which Megatron doesn't want, but Unicron's not telling him that.
Yeah.
And then when Megatron kind of oversteps and says like, well, we'll rule together, right? Unicron pretty much puts Megatron into eternal purgatory.
Wow, what an asshole.
Yeah, so then...
This guy seems like a real jerk.
Yeah, and then at the end of the movie, the good guys win. Optimus manages to trap essence of a fucking Unicron or something into a thing, and Megatron finally returns. And then at the end, Megatron's Starscream's like, we can finally take over, and Megatron's like, no, fuck that. I've experienced tyranny and I don't like it anymore. I'm gonna just go do my own thing.
Megatron be like, I have my limits, dude. Like,
and then Optimus sacrifices himself, and the Transformers theme song starts going, and I'm just like, ah.
How many times has Optimus sacrificed, died? Too many times. Even in the original show, it's like, Optimus is dead. And then the end is like, not today. It wasn't until like the movie that they were like, no, we're actually gonna make it like solid that he's gonna die, until season 4 or 5 where it's just like, you got the touch. They brought that song back. I was like, motherfucker, he's coming back then. He's coming back.
But in the live action movies, like, he doesn't die that much. He died once in Transformers 2, came back, and then he was good. You know, he got beat up at the end at the beginning of Transformers 4, and then he was kind of in shit at the beginning of Transformers 5, but he was never dead. No. So like, I don't get this meme of Optimus always dying.
No, it's the shows that he would die. Yeah, because a lot of man, that's the thing about the Michael Bay. I'm sorry, I gotta like, I can't distinguish robots from the other unless it's Bumblebee or Optimus, because they have distinct colors. And then you get the other robots where they're just like
gray,
lighter shade of gray.
Yep.
Black, dark gray, and I was like, who the fuck is that? He's dead. Okay.
It took me a while to like be able to distinguish each Transformer from each other.
Yeah.
The worst ones are definitely in Transformers 1 and 2, Megatron and Starscream, because the other ones, at least they might have a little bit of a hue.
Starscream, I know, and Megatron, but
or Grindor has the fucking helicopter blades.
Grindor. Okay.
Not Grinder.
I was like, where the fuck are these naming these robots?
Fucking Barricade has like, I always thought it was funny because his face kind of looked like a mouse trap.
Oh yeah, it did.
His faces looked like something like a bear trap or something.
Yeah.
Bone Crusher had the claw. So like, I could distinguish them, but Megatron and Starscream are literally just giant heaps of metal.
Yeah.
Just giant heaps of gray metal. And then in the second one, they get tattoos.
What was remember in the third movie, Megatron like had, was it was like a hood or something like that. He had like, is that a burqa? What is that?
Parka?
Parka. Wow.
No, it's...
I don't know. I can't believe I said that. But I was like, why would Megatron need that? Because it's not for... Because if it's the sun, because that's what you usually use it for. It's like...
Well, half his face was gone.
But he's a robot.
It was shame. So that's the thing I was actually going to mention.
Okay.
There's actually a lot of YouTube channels. One that this name kind of needs some work, but there's a YouTube channel called Trans Theories. That there's a lot of
Transformers theories. What else would it be? You can go along. You can go along. Josh.
Don't make me that guy.
I'm sorry, Josh.
But anyways, they do a lot of videos where it's like, it's a bit of a double-edged sword because it's enjoyable, but it's like, I shouldn't have to do homework to understand the films. You know?
Yeah.
Like, why did Megatron become so much weaker after Transformers 1? Because in Transformers 1, he was a powerhouse. You know, he was yeeting Optimus all over the city.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, he made Optimus his bitch. Then Transformers 2 comes around and Optimus takes him on along with the Fallen. You know, they're in the forest and Optimus it's like, stop, you're hurting Megatron. Megatron's like getting stabbed and shit. He needs 2 other Decepticons to take down Optimus. So it's like, why did that happen? And the reason is because for like a millennia, Megatron had this body that was perfect for him, right? And then at the end of Transformers 1, you know, he dies.
Yeah.
And then he's brought back to life and he's given this new body. And it's literally like, did you see how big his arm was on one side? He had an entire gun in one arm.
Oh, yeah.
And a really short arm here. It's like his entire balance was thrown off. He was not used to this body.
Oh.
Because he literally gets this new body and then a day goes by and then he goes and fights Optimus.
Where does Galvatron fit in this? Isn't that just like the Megatron 2.0?
So that's another thing that Trans Theories helped out with. So Megatron became Galvatron because then at the end of Dark of the Moon, you know, Optimus kills him and slices his head off and all that good stuff. And in Transformers 4, Megatron's head was like collected by KSI. and they were using him to like build a new body so that they could make their own Transformers, right? Because that was the big plot, that they're making Transformers.
Yeah.
Megatron was able to like seduce them with the dark side and
seduce.
pretty much infected it with his own consciousness. But the thing is, the Galvatron body is very similar to the Megatron body from 07. And the reason it looks so similar is because Megatron wanted this ideal body like back, because he knew that his like Megatron 2.0 body from Transformers 2 and 3, Optimus made him his bitch.
Yeah.
You know, so Megatron needed
Wants
this body.
that back. He's like, give me that body back.
And then in between Transformers 4 and 5, Megatron also went back to Cybertron, met with Quintessa, and got himself a Knight's body, the new body that's very balanced, and that's why he looked different. And Quintessa basically renamed him Megatron again, which is why Galvatron's not in Transformers 5.
Quintessa is
The creator.
Oh yeah,
the Charlize Theron, like, you know, from
yeah, the Fast and Furious. I like that comparison. It helps me like understand more of the Transformers lore that I am unaware of. Yeah, I heard that too. Christian was just
fucking with the audio.
This is the audio that Christian is like, oh, what does this button do? Boop.
Yeah, right. I thought I got a notification, but I was like, wait, these aren't my AirPods.
Right? But no, like, that's the thing I'm really impressed with is I don't know as much Transformers as you, but you seem to like be very passionate about it.
Neves, I spend too much time. I'm almost failing university because I spend all my time watching trans theories.
Transformers.
And sitting on my
robots bed. In disguise.
Just sitting on my bed cross-legged with my Megatron, like,
Hell yeah, man.
I remember I was really hyped when I was 11 years old because my parents finally got me a Transformer. They got me a Ratchet, and I loved my Ratchet with all of my heart. They got me Ratchet, and they got Matt Sideswipe. And then my two cousins from Trinidad, who also, they were about the same age as us, and they were also huge into Transformers. They came over, and I was all kinds of hyped when they were coming because I was like, guys, I got it's a Transformer, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. The story had no point, but it's just...
No, you're reminiscing about your childhood because Transformers is still personal to you, and that's understandable. I mean, I got a lot of stuff like that too. You know? We all do. It's called nostalgia.
Yeah. So we spent the last half hour, 32 minutes or whatever, talking about Transformers, but we didn't even talk about Bumblebee.
Bumblebee's my favorite. Of the Transformers movies, mainly because it takes the concept of Bumblebee, which in my opinion was a very distinct character to make a movie out of. And they were like, you know what? We're going to set in the 80s and it's going to be like a Spielbergian film. And it's simple. It's straightforward. It's nice. The visuals are great. The characters are great. The human characters are interesting.
Oh yeah,
it's not like one note character joke here.
Yeah,
or one note character joke there. It's like like they have it's a family. Haley Steinfeld, is she in it?
Yep,
she's the main character.
Her name is Charlie.
And hijinks ensue. There's a lot of movies like
hijinks ensue.
Yeah, it's like a E.T., Iron Giant. Oh, I gotta hide the robot.
Oh yeah.
So I was like,
a lot of people compared it to E.T.
Yeah, and I could see that. And it's nothing crazy. Like, it's not the greatest film of all time, but
absolutely
in terms of the direction I was hoping the Transformers would go.
Yeah,
it's pretty solid.
The one thing I always thought was funny about that movie though was the guy character. His name. Do you know what his name was?
What?
His name was literally Memo.
Oh,
like you mean like this is the memo for what we're going to talk about today? That's our memo.
That's our memo.
Hi, my name's Memo.
That's
like me coming in and being like, hi, my name is Shopping List.
Yeah. What's with character names like that? You got to put more thought into it. Like, there's nothing wrong with calling your character Jake.
I know.
I mean, yeah.
My name's Bill.
That's what I did for Tough. I called one Jake, and you were Lloyd.
I was Lloyd.
Do you know why I called?
No, why'd you name me Lloyd?
So Jake and Lloyd. Jake Lloyd is the actor who played Anakin from Star Wars Episode 1.
Oh, yes, you told me that.
Yes, that's a good one.
And where did Greg come from? Because that was supposed to be a certain character's name, and then we changed it at the last minute.
I think I was just reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid at some point. I don't know. Greg's a pretty basic name. Yeah. The Transformers movie soundtrack.
It's fantastic.
So good. Is it the same people that did the soundtrack for Rocky 4? Vince DiCola.
But I want
Vince DiCola.
You know, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
He only did 2 movies in the 80s. It was the Transformers movie and Rocky 4. And guess what? They were both awesome.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Holy shit.
I want to see Optimus fight Megatron to There's No Easy Way Out now.
Oh, yeah. They might as well switch Rocky 4 to Transformers and then the Transformers to Rocky 4.
I want to see Rocky fight that last round. You got the touch, dude.
No, he says that after the speech. Is like, if I could change, you could change.
Or they just play it 5 times like they did in Top Gun.
Yeah.
Like Top Gun just overused that. Riding through the danger zone.
Have you ever seen Top Gun?
I've seen bits and pieces, but it just looks so corny that I can't watch it.
I saw Top Gun, and it is one of the corniest movies you'll ever see. Although I am excited for Top Gun 2, because that looks like...
I feel the need.
The
need for speed.
For speed. Iceman, you can be my wingman anytime. And then he's like, Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer with a smile. They hug. They play volleyball together. Just guys being dudes. Just guys being dudes, man.
Oh, my arm.
I'm sorry. I made you laugh too loud. Josh is in pain because
I injured my
you pulled
rhomboid.
something, right?
Oh, yeah.
You good, man?
I can barely move myself.
Are you all right, man?
I actually am not. Hang on. I can't.
Hold on. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I couldn't push myself back up. That was fucking weird.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
If you were just like this the entire time, we'd be like, Josh, just think about Transformers.
You got the touch.
You got the touch. That is a great song. And I'm so glad Bumblebee referenced it in the movie.
So this should be interesting. You know how on your Fireball Movies channel, how you did a lot of Lego Lego Avengers stop motions?
Yeah.
You know what I was obsessed with?
What?
I used to do a lot of Transformers stop motions.
Yeah.
I never uploaded anything to YouTube, never did anything like that. But I actually had one stop motion of my Bumblebee transforming that looked really, really good, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't have that
hard.
footage anymore.
It's hard doing stop motion with figures that are not meant to.
Yeah.
So it's really good that you tried with the Bumblebee.
I did that. I had one where my Ratchet and where Ratchet fought Sideswipe. And we had this scene where we used our not like those tiny Legos, not like the standard ones. We had the kids Legos.
Yeah.
Because my baby brother was still a baby at that time.
So we had Duplo? Was it called Duplo? Or okay.
They were pretty much like the normal Legos, but just blown up by 600%.
Oh, I thought that was Duplo sets.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Because I know Duplo as well.
Yeah.
Because they always had those we always had Baby watch Thomas the Tank Engine. And in all the DVD box sets, they'd always have Lego Duplo. So I was like, yeah, that's not what I have.
Thomas the Tank Engine, your favorite Alec Baldwin film.
Oh, yeah. I was actually watching. It's funny because what's so funny about, what's worse?
Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh, I'm sorry. That was loud.
I've been obsessed with Thomas the Tank Engine theories for the last 2 days. I've been watching it on YouTube.
Now, I have a question. Where does Thomas the Tank Engine fit within the Transformers universe?
There's a YouTube video called Transformers, and it's sick.
Transformers?
It's like a cartoon. I'll show it to you after the episode, but it's I think it's a dad did this for his kid.
Okay.
And it's like a Thomas the Tank Engine train, and he'll transform, and he'll be like, oh, I gotta fight Megatron. And my name's Optimus Prime.
No.
Listen, my YouTube history back when I was 7.
If it was a dad showing this to his kid because his kid liked Thomas the Tank and Transformers, I'd be like, okay, I get it. The kid's 3 probably, and the dad's like, hey, and the kid's like, hey. But if it's you, then it's a little weird, but it's okay.
I thought it was cool, okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
It was cool, and then there's 5 parts too. There's Transformers 1, Transformers 2, each of the
this
5,
This is a cinematic universe of Transformers films.
The first one, he fights Megatron. The second one, he fights Diesel 10.
Oh my god.
It was awesome, and dude, it was great.
Now I have a question for you, Josh.
Yeah.
Your Transformer lore is deep. It's rooted in your childhood.
It's almost as deep as your voice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Transformers 5, The Last Night.
Yeah.
Very messy movie. But there's a particular scene that I remember because I was just I'm not a Transformers fan, but if I ever talked with someone about it, I got to know if these are all legit. So remember the roll call of all the Decepticons that they listed? And it was via Suicide Squad where it's just text on there?
Yep.
Are any of those legit, or did Michael Bay just come up with it out of his ass?
You mean, do they exist in the comics?
Anything.
I feel like some of them got inspiration, but some of them, no, not from the comics. They're really the Bayverse is really its own thing.
Yeah.
And it's got its own lore and whatnot.
Mhm.
Like there's one that's literally like, because a lot of those Decepticons were born from the remnants of the dead Decepticons.
Oh yeah, they're like zombies, right?
Essentially, well, they're not really zombies because in Transformers 4, they KSI made these new like supposedly.
I'm sorry. When I think KSI, I think of the YouTuber, not the actual. I'm sorry. It's like KSI.
Yeah.
Joined with this.
He talks like this. I recently rewatched one of our episodes, and that's your impression of KSI.
No, that's my impression of Comedy Shorts Gamer, his brother.
Oh.
Hey, what's guys? Comedy Shorts Gamer here. What was it? What's that video where he's like, "You fucking stupid, you fucking dumb," and he's just like talking like to himself in the camera.
I think it was his version of like if I was on the X Factor or if I was on America's Got Talent, and it's like, I will punch you in your face. Yo, 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 I will punch your face in the face. Yo, yo, yo.
So he was in Transformers, right?
No.
KSI was. His brother was in Transformers. So what did he do? What was his involvement?
He was in charge of a company. No, he was a Decepticon. That's what he was.
Okay.
No, those Transformers were really just KSI took the remnants of all the dead Autobots and Decepticons from the Battle of Chicago from Transformers 3.
Yeah.
Melted them down and tried to make their own Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Megatron brought his Galvatron body to life, he infected those ones and basically made them his minions.
Yeah.
And then after the Shanghai battle in Transformers 4, they all went on their own way and kind of developed their own personalities.
Very convenient they went to Shanghai in that movie. And there was a lot of I think what happened was in the movie, the filmmakers were like, wait a minute, we're making a lot of money in China and a lot of Asia. So I was like, why don't we go to Shanghai?
Yep.
And that's literally why it's the highest grossing film of that year.
Big brain, yeah.
Big brain moment.
Yep.
You know, any final thoughts on Transformers? Because I know you probably want to say like 50 more things, but
the only thing holding me back is Christian going like this in front of the camera, you know?
Yeah.
I would keep going. I could keep this conversation going for another 3 hours. Wait till our next Zoom call.
Oh, yay!
The Transformers movies are very flawed. I'm not going to pretend that these are like masterpieces that you're too dumb to understand. No, these movies are terrible. They're bad. But
yeah,
you know, I have a lot of nostalgia that's linked to it, and that's why I enjoy them. And this, you know, if one thing is true, that's the effects are decent. You know, the effects are half decent. You know, the voice acting for the robots is great. Yeah. And that's the reason I come back to these movies. That's why I watch the Transformers movies. To satisfy my need for a big robot punching another big robot. Like when Optimus Prime fucking... I can't. We're out of time. When he fucking like jumps and does a backflip and pulls out his big ass gun while shooting at Megatron, yo, that shit got me hyped.
That's pretty cool. When a robot has a gun
and he pulls out another one doing a backflip. I don't know how you guys aren't excited about this.
Look,
this is crazy.
I'm more excited for Bumblebee and the Transformers movie. I consider those classics. And Christian's gonna throw a pig at me. So Josh, please help me.
You.
Help me, Josh.
Help me, Anakin.
You're my only hope.
Help me.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, I'll let you wrap this one up.
You want me to wrap it up?
Yeah, I want to see you crash and burn.
Oh, I'm not going to crash and burn. This is how you do it, Josh. All right. Thank you all for listening to the Real Talk podcast. This has been great. If you want to check out our social media, you can check in the link in the description below. Josh, what do you think? Do you think this is good or you think this is bad? I'm pretty solid at this. I'm going to keep on talking.
You're missing a few bits, but...
what bits?
Here's how you do it, Neves.
I hate you.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Like, not legit. We don't have any more time. So that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, feel free to give us a like or a follow on Spotify. If you're listening to us on Spotify, feel free to check out our YouTube channel to see the visual component. If you're watching our YouTube channel, our socials should be online on the screen right now. So give us a follow on Instagram and Twitter to see updates weekly. And if you're feeling generous, maybe send us some shmoney on Patreon.
Shmoney.
Some shmoney. And with that, we'll talk to you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.